I'm bbi, you're at bbi Autosport. We modify Porsches, and we're here today to talk about the urban assault vehicle that we converted from a 993 to an all-out beast. The first thing you notice are the braid wheels wrapped in Yokohamas. They handle the off-road and on-road really well because the whole point of the car was to be kind of a urban assault vehicle. So we tried to make this thing look as subtle as possible for what you'd call a safari vehicle or urban assault vehicle. But the braid wheels wrap it off nice, and then you have the front bumpers and the rear bumpers have all the rock guards on them with the oil cooler protectors and the engine protector in the rear. But I want to show you the interior now. So the interior is cool. It's very, very simple, very nice. First thing you're gonna notice is the big e-brake handle for when you're ripping the roads. The other part is did an Alcantara dash, Alcantara door panels with all the houndstooth right here. These are Recaros that are custom rewrapped with houndstooth and leather, and then we ran our bbi side mounts and rail system on it. The custom roll bar in the back, it's more like a harness bar, but it gets the job done. And then you have the GRZs, the canisters are back here, so you can easily adjust them. If you're gonna be really hammering on this thing, you're gonna adjust them a little bit for depending on the road conditions, and when you're driving on the street, you can dump all the compression out of it and the thing's just really cush. On the suspension of the urban assault vehicle, the car sits about 4 inches higher than it does stock, and what we ended up doing is replacing all the control arms with billet adjustable control arms and monoballs instead of rubber bushings. That allows us to have a lot of travel. A GRZ made us a custom set of dampers. The dampers are awesome. The car rides, I would say, better on the street than it did stock from a soft standpoint, but then when you're really pushing it, really soaks up the bumps nicely. There's so much travel in these dampers that we ran like an off-road style droop limiter right here. We were able to make a custom sway bar mount with Tarot that was a lot longer, so when the suspension's flexing a lot, you're not getting huge angles on all the drop links. The other thing we did is revise all the geometry for the longer control arms and spend a lot of time making sure that you're not getting huge amounts of camber gain under travel. JRZ made us some big rally style long travel dampers on the front. We moved all the subframes out and made custom ball joints, so that corrected the front geometry nicely, and then everything else on the monoball bushings, big old Heim joints instead of rubber bushings up front, so the suspension moves nice and free, and again, adjustable drop links as well. The other cool part is rock guard. So 911s, whether it's air-cooled or water-cooled, you have your coolers up front, and they're always kind of a vulnerable area. So the rock guards and the bumpers protect all the oil coolers up here, along with the skid plates. So when you're hammering through whatever you're hammering through, you're protecting the bottom of the car pretty well. Thanks for checking out the car. If you're in Huntington Beach, drop by, say hi, say hello. If you're not, check us out on Instagram, bbi Autosport. Hopefully this car ends up at a good home.